Kryvydyk. I'm a political analyst and activist, and I am recently busy at Euromaidan being the coordinator of the legal and medical help for the 15th and 14th Regiment of the Self-Defense Units, which is altogether about 130 people. That's what I recently did. The reasons for the protest, actually the trigger for the protest was denial of the government to sign the association agreement with European Union. So the protest started on November the 21st as the protest of young pro-European people. It started late in the evening at 10 p.m. and by 12 o'clock, but by midnight, there were around 3,000 of people who actually stayed overnight, and since that time, protest continued. The major push up for the protest arose on November the 30th at night, when students who were standing in this Eurocamp were heavily beaten at 4 a.m. in the morning. 35 people were arrested and 35 people went to hospitals. And some others, around 100, had to hide in a monastery, and the monks didn't let the riot police in and treated the wounded people. So in 2 days we had hundreds of thousands of people in the streets. This was the March, the December the 1st big demonstration. Government played their own informational game, so they triggered the provocation with a bulldozer in order to balance the picture. So the police has beaten the protesters, but the protesters are beating the police, so now it's like, you know, you have a football match, it's 1-1, okay? Now the police has the right to beat the protesters. And on December the 11th, government tried to dismantle the tent camp. Thousands of riot police people came to Maidan at night again. They came at 1 a.m. and the storm, the attack, continued till 6 a.m. and in some elements till 9 in the morning. And at the moment when Maidan was attacked, people in social networks started calling others to come. And the public transportation isn't working after 12 o'clock, after midnight. So people who had their own private cars just published on Facebook, I'm coming from such a suburb and I will go through this and this street, and I can pick up 3 or 4 people who would like to join, and this was retweeted with a specific hashtag. This was possible to happen because we had the live streaming from Maidan, so we had live video. There were maybe 5 cameras and you could see Maidan from the upper point, like thousands of people, but you could also see it from the direct camera, and you could see the police pushing the people, police beating the members of parliament right in a spot like in front of you, and this was possible to see and compare. And therefore I think the statistic had shown that more than 100,000 of people was watching this internet video, and thousands of people came that night to help. More people coming with the subway in the morning, and subway is opening at 6 a.m. So at 7 a.m. there were already tens of thousands of people at Maidan, and riot police had to step back.
That was a really good update, thank you.
Well, we have very turbulent situation right now. Government is preparing a huge pro-government rally, like they're going to bring 100,000 of people to Kiev, to the capital, and some people are paid, some people are forced. And I just read at my Facebook page that businessmen are called by the tax governmental agency and they are told to provide people for that manifestation, like 3 people from every small enterprise. So this exact businessman replied, "I'm sorry, I can't provide, all of my people are already at Maidan." Recently the picture has changed a little bit. Before police had beaten people, there were mothers, there were children, there were elderly people. Now, when it's clearly understood that there might be riot police and people might be beaten and arrested, in a way it was shown by the police. Like, there was a girl who was beaten so she fainted, and she was taken by the scarf and she was just dragged and a trace of blood was left on the ground. That's how it happens to Ukrainians right now. So girls and women are still coming. They are helping on the kitchens, they are helping with many things, they are distributing food. If you come to Maidan, you will be offered food almost every time. But if you speak of the social portraits of people, it's like Orange Revolution, like Fight for Ukraine's independence, although it was different. So when you walk there, you may see a person who is rich, who is multimillionaire, and who I know is personally paying for food for hundreds of people every day. So the food is brought even from his restaurant. There is a peasant, there is a forestry worker whose hands are almost black because of hard work. There are students, there are university teachers, and you may find media personalities and pop stars, which I would never ever think that this rap rocker who is singing his funny rap of how great it was to be a child, and he comes to this scene and he is saying, "I am for Europe." I would never say that this guy who is completely away of politics would come and risk his life together with those people. So this is absolutely different.